Good evening. I'm going to continue with Coleman Cuts the Mustard. Where I left off really upset the other day, I still probably will be upset, but I'm going to try and keep it down. The upset over the vivisector's claim that animals are not sentient creatures and are incapable of suffering mental or physical pain. But I suspect most people watching this will know that that is not true. It is just one of the many lies told by animal experimenters, and that's when I stopped because I felt so sick about it. There are many problems with animal experimentation. For example, all animals respond differently to threats of any kind depending on their circumstances, like diet, cage, size, etc., their whole environment, wherever they are. And none of these factors are allowed for by vivisectors. By locking an animal up in a cage, experimenters have already invalidated their experiment, because by altering the animal's surroundings, the experimenter alters the animal's susceptibility, its habits, its instincts, and its capacity to heal itself. Since these variations are not controlled, cages and surroundings differ. Experiments performed on animals kept in cages are of no scientific value whatsoever. These are the words of Dr. Vernon Coleman, they're not mine. I'm reading his words. Even animal experimenters do not deny that drug tests done on animals can produce dangerously unreliable and misleading information. Thalidomide safely passed tests on animals. Penicillin and aspirin both kill cats. When Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin growing on a culture dish in 1928, he tested the drug on rabbits and discarded it when it seemed useless. Later, the drug was tested on a cat and a human patient at the same time. The cat died and the human being lived. If doctors had relied upon animal experiments to decide whether or not penicillin was of any value, the drug would have been discarded long ago. Penicillin even kills guinea pigs, the classic test animal for many drugs. Aspirin can be toxic to rats, mice, dogs, monkeys, and guinea pigs, as well as cats. Morphine sedates human beings, but excites cats, goats, and horses. Digitalis, one of the best established and most effective drugs for the treatment of heart disease, is so toxic to animals that if we had relied on animal tests, it would have never been cleared for use by humans. Here are the two main reasons why animal experiments are worse than useless. First, vivisectors admit that most animal experiments are unreliable and produce results which are not relevant to human patients. But they will also admit that they don't know which experiments are unreliable and which might be reliable. Logically, that means that all animal experiments are useless. If you don't know which experiments you can rely on, you can't rely on any of them. It is, however, my second argument which is the real clincher. Drug companies test on animals so that they can say that they have tested their drugs before marketing them. If the tests show that the drugs do not cause serious disorders when given to animals, the companies say, "There you are, we have tested our drug and have proved it to be safe." If, on the other hand, tests show that a drug does cause serious problems when given to animals, the companies say, "The animal experiments are of course unreliable and cannot be used to predict what will happen when the drug is given to humans. We have, however, tested our drug. You may find this difficult to believe, but it is true. Tests which show that a drug causes cancer or some other serious disease, or which even kills, when given to animals are ignored on the grounds that animals are different to people, and tests which show that a new drug doesn't kill animals are used as evidence that the drug is safe for human consumption. The drug companies cannot possibly lose. Scores of drugs which cause cancer or other serious health problems in animals are widely prescribed for human patients. There is a list of some of the drugs which are widely prescribed which cause cancer and other serious problems on my website. This is Dr. Vernon Coleman, so it's www.vernoncoleman.com, VERNONCOLEMAN.com. As a result, it is not surprising that 4 out of 10 patients who take a prescribed drug which has been tested for safety on animals can expect to suffer severe or noticeable side effects, and doctor-induced disease is, along with cancer and circulatory disease, now one of the big 3 killers of human beings. If you don't believe me, go to the Animal Issues button and then scroll right to the bottom. There is a list of 50 drugs which cause cancer and other serious disorders in animals, but which were passed fit for use by human patients. Animal experiments are fraudulent, and they are a major cause of illness and death. And now you know just one of the many reasons why the drug companies don't like me, Dr. Vernon Coleman. If this truth gets out, then they will have to start testing new drugs properly. It will cost them many billions, and a lot of dangerous but enormously profitable drugs will never get to market. It is one of the reasons why the internet is stuffed to the corners with lies about me, Dr. Vernon Coleman. Thank you for listening. I shall continue with more of him another time. I hope that satisfied the ones who were wondering what else he had to say about the vivisection. But they must stop testing on animals. Stop. That means stop. We'll have to force them to stop.